Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna devotees. So Darshan prabhu is on his way here. So I was thinking it'll be really nice. Maybe we can go outside and just do some kirtan to welcome prabhu. So should you all switch outside then? This door. This door. Yes. Let's all go outside. Yes, you come from this. Yes, yes, yes. We'll come. I thought I just put on the thing. No, no, no. Just go ahead. Exactly. haven't taken a heat yet, so we can all go outside. Yes. Come. Let's go outside. Because we're going to come back inside. Yeah, let's go to Kirtan outside. Come there. Want to come? Want to come with me and me? Okay, then sit inside, Ajay. You make up your mind. I'll go. You decide. Huh? You want to stay here and come? See, Kirti, your Amma is right here. She'll watch you, okay?
Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama
They can play instruments.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna. We are super, super, super excited to have His Grace Gauranga Darshan Prabhu here at ISKCONofRoundRock. We are incredible. Whenever we have devotees that visit us from Mumbai, we always like to welcome them by chanting Hari Bol 3 times so that they feel transported to the temple room of Chapati in front of Shri Radha Gopinath. So let's see if we can meet the challenge. Can we say Hari Bol 3 times really loudly?
Hare Krishna. जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी यमुना तीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Ashtotra Sata Shrimad His Divine Grace Abhay Charana Aravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Ashtotra Sata Shrimad His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगामई की यमुनामई की भक्ति देवी की तुलसी देवी की कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimmirandhasya Gnananjana-shalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guroh Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna. My respectful obeisances to all the devotees at ISKCON Austin. This is my first visit here. I'm very grateful and happy to be amongst all of you. And the devotees here requested me to speak on the glories of Vrtrasura, and specifically the longing of Vrtrasura to connect with the Lord. Very wonderful example. In fact, at some places, Srimad Bhagavatam is glorified as that literature that contains the episode of Vrtrasura. Bhagavatam is glorious in so many ways, but some Vaishnavas glorify Bhagavatam for its contents, and one of the most prominent contents of Bhagavatam is Vrtrasura episode. There are some other Puranas also. There are some other episodes that describe this episode, other books that describe this episode. There we see that Indra is the hero and Vrtrasura is the villain. Even in this pastime also, in Bhagavatam's description also, Indra is victorious and Vrtrasura dies. He loses the game. He loses the battle. But here the loser is the hero. And the winner is the loser. This is Bhagavatam's equation. Srimad Bhagavatam presents one who has lost the battle as the hero and as pure Vaishnava. One who gained the heavenly kingdom is not pure Vaishnava. Right? Not to demean Indra, but definitely Vrtrasura's position is much higher than Indra. So today evening and tomorrow morning, let's meditate on the glories of Vrtrasura. Today I'll focus more on the storyline. Tomorrow let's focus on the prayers of Vrtrasura. 4 beautiful prayers. Bhagavatam, the main purpose of Srimad Bhagavatam, as the essence of the Srimad Bhagavatam, is to highlight bhakti. In fact, Vyasadeva has written Bhagavatam in a certain way already. At one point, it was a part of the mode of goodness Puranas, Sattvaguna Puranas. But Narada Muni instructed Vyasadeva. In fact, he chastised Vyasadeva. Jugupsitam karma kritva. You have done an abominable activity. What is that? He has written so many Vedas, so many Puranas, Upanishads, Mahabharata, Vedanta Sutra, so many things he has written. But Narada Muni criticizes him, chastises him. Why? Because he has highlighted the 4 Purusharthas more than bhakti. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. He highlighted these 4 things more than bhakti, which is Panchama Purushartha, Krishna Prema. He overemphasized on 4 Purusharthas, and most of the discussions that he has written in Bhagavatam are centered on 3 gunas, Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna, Tamo Guna. Centered on other books that he has written, they are based on the 3 gunas. So Narada Muni instructed Vyasadeva, you write Srimad Bhagavatam in such a way that the glories of the Supreme Lord Krishna and the process of Bhakti Yoga are repeatedly emphasized, and this description should satisfy the hankerings of very exalted and elevated souls, and they should also mitigate the sufferings of common people. So Bhagavatam is relevant for those who are suffering in the material existence and those who are also very exalted. Bhagavatam presents some shlokas like Soham drunam kshulla sukhaya dukkham mahadgatanam viramaya tasyam pravartaye bhagavatam puranam yadaha sakshat bhagavan rishibhyah kshulla sukhaya mahadukkham. There are some people who are undergoing tremendous amount of distress to get meager amount of happiness. To stop their unnecessary endeavors, Bhagavatam is spoken. So Bhagavatam caters to the needs of suffering, struggling, conditioned souls. On the other hand, Dharma projita kaita votra parabho nirmatsaranam satam Vidyam vastavamatra vastu shivadam tapatrayon moolanam. On the other hand, Bhagavatam also caters to the needs of very, very exalted devotees, non-envious devotees. Nirmatsaranam satam vidyam. Bhagavatam has descriptions of karma yoga, gnana yoga, dhyana yoga. Bhagavatam also describes the 3 material modes, Ashtanga yoga, all this stuff. Only to highlight Bhakti yoga, of course. And Bhagavatam also describes Gopi Gita, Yugala Gita, Brahmara Gita, Venu Gita, Viraha Gita. So it's very, very exalted, intimate pastimes of Krishna and Vrajavasis. That is also Bhagavatam, present in Bhagavatam. So Bhagavatam presents a big spectrum of pastimes of the Lord, glories of the Lord, topics that cater to the needs of common people also, very exalted devotees also. But all these descriptions are meant to highlight bhakti, pure bhakti. Your money, your varana, your ashram, your status in the society, your knowledge, your austerities, all these Bhagavatam doesn't highlight. Srimad Bhagavatam presents the descriptions of devotees who are small children. Dhruva Maharaj, Prahalad Maharaj, Uddhava when he was a small child. Bhagavatam presents the glorious stories of several Rajarshis, great kings like Ambarish Maharaj, Prithu Maharaj, Parikshit Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, Prahalad Maharaj. Bhagavatam also presents the stories of glorious women like Kunti Mata, Draupadi Mata, Yashoda Mata, or Devaki Mata, Devahuti. Bhagavatam also presents the stories of so many sages like Narada Maharshi, Angira Rishi, Vyasadev, Sukadeva Goswami, Sutta Goswami. Bhagavatam also presents the stories of so many incarnations of the Lord like Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Vamana, Narasimha, Rama, Parshuram. So who is there? Who is not there in Bhagavatam? Kids are there, men are there, women are there, kings are there, sages are there, incarnations of the Lord are there. Bhagavatam has stories of so many people. Brahmanas are there, Kshatriyas are there, everybody is there in Bhagavatam. Right? Bhagavatam is filled with descriptions of Bhakti Yoga through the stories of all these great personalities. Now, there is a beautiful shloka that describes how Bhakti pleases the Lord. And that's the main subject matter of Bhagavatam. Vyadhasya charanam dhruvasya chavayo vidya gajendrasya ka kubjaya kimunama rupamadhikam kim tatsudhamno dhanam vamshah ko vidurasya yadavapater ugrasya kim paurusham bhaktya tushyati kevalam na chagunai bhakti priyo madhava. Vyadhasya acharanam. This Vyadha hunter, what achara vyahar, what culture does he know? But he has bhakti. Therefore, he pleased the Lord. So our cultural background, civilized background is not a prerequisite to attain the mercy of the Lord. It's not a qualification. And it's not a disqualification also. Vyadhasya acharanam. Dhruvasya chavayo. Is age a qualification? No. Dhruva is a 5-year-old kid. Vidya gajendrasya ka. Is education, scholarship, academic acumen, is this a qualification? No. Gajendra was an elephant, not a pandit. Kubjaya kimunama rupa madhikam. Is physical beauty a qualification? Not at all. Kubja was Trivakra. Her body is bent at 3 places. Not Tribhanga, Trivakra. Kubjaya kimunama rupa madhikam. Kim tat sudhamno dhanam. Is money, wealth a qualification? Sudama was a poor person. He doesn't have a proper dhoti to wear. His dhoti has 100 holes. Vamshah ko vidurasya yadavapater ugrasya kim paurusham. His high parent is taking birth in a very aristocratic family. Is that a qualification? No. Vidura was the son of a maid servant. Then paurusham. Bravery, courage in battle. Is that a qualification? No. Ugrasena Maharaj is considered a very weak king. He's a great Vaishnava, but he was not so courageous as such. But bhaktya tushyati kevalam na chagunaihi bhakti priyo madhava. Only bhakti pleases the Lord. Nothing else. Bhakti priyo madhava. So, Srimad Bhagavatam presents the stories of great demons also if they have devotion. Even those people who are coming from demoniac background also can be pure devotees. Vrtrasura is a great example. Prahalad Maharaj is a great example. Bali Maharaj is a great example. Bali Maharaj was a demon. Vrtrasura was a demon. And Prahalad Maharaj was a demon. All these were demons. It's born in demonic dynasty. They don't have demonic qualities. So your background doesn't matter. Anybody from any background can become a pure devotee, right? Some of them were sadhana siddhas. Some of them were kripa siddhas, right? Like Bali Maharaj, he was born as a demon, but he did not perform great sadhana also. But his grandfather, Prahalad Maharaj, prayed for the spiritual upliftment of Bali Maharaj. Therefore, Bali Maharaj received some special grace, special mercy of Narada Muni. Right? So, we need to, we should not have any stereotyped understanding of process of bhakti. Anybody from any background can practice bhakti, can become an object of Krishna's grace. And in the story of Vrtrasura, we see that one who is born as a demon, one who is not supported by anyone in the entire universe, in one sense, he went to Vaikuntha, and the person who is victorious in this battle, he just went to Swargalok, only to rule the Swargalok for hardly one manvantara. That's all. 1/14th of the day of Brahma is the rule time, is the duration for which Indra remains as Indra. Even during that one mantra period also, so many times he would be dethroned because of some demons, because of his own offenses. Insignificant period. How can Indra be considered hero in this episode? And Vrtrasura went to Vaikuntha. Yad gatvan anivartante tad dhama paramam mama. He went there, never to return back. That's the story of Vrtrasura. Now let's begin the story. Lot of introduction. Let me go to the story. One day, in this opulent heavenly assembly, Indra was sitting on this high throne. And so many Gandharvas, Apsaras, Vidyadharas, Kinnaras, Kimpurushas, Charanas, all different categories of devatas assembled there, and they were glorifying Indra. There was so much of music and dance and so much of celebration and joy. That's heavenly assembly, right? Even ordinary parties in this material world are filled with so-called joy. What to speak of heavenly assembly? So much joy was there. Then, in such a joyful ambience, Brahaspati, who is the guru of all the devatas, he made his entry. He just entered this place. Then, naturally, when some guest comes, when some Brahmana comes, especially when Guru comes, all these people who are supposed to offer obeisances to the Guru, they did not respond. They were thinking, Indra saw. It's not that they did not notice Brahaspati. Indra noticed Brahaspati. All the devatas noticed Brahaspati. So Indra saw Brahaspati and he was thinking, he came yesterday. He came day before yesterday also. He has been coming every day. What special treatment I should give him today? He'll come and sit here. You continue singing, dancing, celebration, joy. He was so neglectful. Deliberately, consciously neglectful. It's not an accidental offense. It's not an incidental offense. It's not a circumstantial offense. It's a deliberate, intentional offense committed out of pure, unalloyed pride. Why pride? He was so proud of his position. I am sitting on the heavenly throne. I'm the king of all the devatas. I'm the king of entire heaven. All the clouds report to me. If I don't shower rains, all the residents of the earthly planet will die. That's my position. Why should I respect Guru? Why should I worship Guru? Actually, culture of respect is so ingrained in Vaishnavism that you cannot separate respect from Vaishnavism or Bhakti. That's why Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he did not give so much elaborate sadhana for all of us. You know what Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said? In the first sloka of Sikshashtakam, he spoke the 7 effects of Sri Krishna Sankirtana. In the second shloka, he specifically focused on the glories of Nama Sankirtana. And he concluded the second shloka by saying, what is that? Durdaiva midrishamiha jani na anuragaha. All the holy name is so glorious. It is so merciful. It is so powerful. It is so accessible. But my durdaiva, my misfortune is na anuragaha. I have no attraction to chant the holy names. Why there is no attraction? Because of offenses. So how to destroy this misfortune of lack of taste in holy name? How to overcome these offenses? Then Mahaprabhu gives the sadhana. Only 4 things. Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishtuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadaharihi. Just cultivate these 4 qualities. Humility, tolerance, respecting others, freedom from false prestige. Don't expect respect from others. That's all. Then you will be able to constantly chant the holy names. The second shloka ends with Durdaiva Midrisha. My misfortune is I have no taste for chanting. Even 16 rounds. Forget constant chanting.
Even 2 rounds sometimes. Even 1 round. Sometimes I chant 1 round. Right? Some people say, but what to speak of chanting 1 round or 5 rounds or 10 rounds or 16 rounds or 64 rounds? Kirtaniya sada harihi. You will be able to constantly chant the holy names of Krishna. You will be equipped with the ability to constantly chant. You will be equipped with the taste and eagerness and enthusiasm to constantly chant the names of Hari, provided you are humble, provided you are respectful, provided you are tolerant, provided you have no false prestige. You are completely freed from false prestige. Only 4 qualities he has given. Out of these 4 qualities, respect is one. That respect is another facet of humility only. Out of these 4 qualities, humility is the foremost. If you are humble, you will tolerate. If you are humble, you will respect everyone. If you are humble, you will not expect respect for yourself. Right? So respect is very important. Humility is very important. But here, Indra did not show respect towards Brihaspati. He was not humble at all. He was so arrogant. In fact, the ability to respect anyone comes by the blessings of Guru. Sakala sammane korite shakati dehanatha jata jata. Sakala sammana korite shakati. Sakala means all. Sammana means respect. Sakala sammana korite shakati means the ability to offer respects to everyone according to how they deserve comes by serving Guru. It is by Guru's blessings, it is by Guru's inspiration that we get the ability to respect everyone. Then we'll be able to chant Tabeto Gaibo Hariname Sukha Aparada Bhayata. See this very important point. Tabeto Gaibo, only when you are able to respect everyone according to their position, then you will be able to chant the holy names of the Lord without any offenses. Then the Durdevam is destroyed. Is it clear? All these are connected. All our Vaishnava scriptures, Bhagavatam episodes, and Chaitanya Sikshashtakam, some Vaishnava bhajans, they are all connected to each other. They reconfirm each other. So, he failed to respect his own Guru. By respecting Guru, you will get ability to respect everyone. And by respecting everyone, you will be able to chant the holy names of Lord Hari. Then you will be able to go back to Godhead. But he could not even respect Guru only. Sometimes Maya is so strong that we can take even Guru for granted. Guru's opinions and Guru's instructions also for granted. That is the condition of Indra. Brihaspati noticed it. He did not become angry. He did not curse. He did not give a feedback to Indra or correction to Indra. He just left. Sometimes neglecting can cause more pain to a person than giving a correction or feedback. So when Brihaspati silently left there, he noticed, oh, this Indra is very arrogant. That's why he did not acknowledge me. Not that Brihaspati was expecting respect for himself. You may question, Brihaspati also should be humble. He should be humble enough not to expect respect from Indra. He should come and silently sit there. The very fact that he walked out of the assembly means he's expecting respect. No. Narada Muni, he became very angry with Nalakvar and Manigriva and he cursed them. Was Narada Muni expecting respect? No. All these people who are apparently offended because of others disrespecting them were not expecting respect for themselves. They were expecting that these people have some good culture. Let them be humble. Not that they are greedy for respect. They want other people to have a proper consciousness, to respect elderly people, to respect Brahmanas. That is good for them only. So Narada Muni, when he cursed, that is out of compassion towards Nalakari and Manigriva. Similarly, when Brihaspati left, it's not that he was offended. He thought, okay, he's very arrogant. Fine, let him come back to his senses. Till then, I don't have to be around. Right? You don't have to go to a place where your presence is not appreciated. Right? So Brihaspati understood it and he did not go. Right? That's what our Shiva suggested Sati Devi. Sati said, I will go to Daksha's sacrifice. Shiva said, don't go. He's my father, but he doesn't like me. He likes me, but you are my wife, right? So definitely he will not treat you properly. I will tolerate. I will tolerate the disrespectful dealings of my father. Amanina Manadana principle I will exhibit. Sati said it. You know what? Shiva said to Sati, don't think that you will be able to tolerate the disrespectful or neglectful dealings of your father. That will be more painful to you than some outsider disrespecting you. So when the person whom you love disrespect you or offend you or neglect you, then that's more painful than some outsider doing it. So anyways, coming back to our episode, Indra noticed that Guru has come. He did not welcome him and Guru left. Then immediately after Brihaspati left, Indra came back to senses. Oh my God, what did I do? See, very important point. Sometimes you are given sufficient time to prepare for an exam and then you can write the exam nicely. But sometimes there are some spontaneous tests. A teacher may ask the student, get up, give me answer to this question. You don't know the answer. But exam, okay, next, after 2 weeks, we'll have exam. Then you have sufficient time to prepare. Or there's an interview. There's a written interview, written exam, you can prepare for it. But there's an interview, 15 minutes interview. In that 15 minutes only, you have to show all your knowledge. When they ask a question, you have to immediately answer on the spur of the moment. You can't say, after coming out of interview, you realize that I have given a wrong answer. You will not be given entry again into the interview hall. Now I know the answer. You should have answered it 10 minutes back only. Nobody will give us another chance. Sometimes there is no second chance. You can't press Control Z. Right? Command Z if you are using Mac. Command Z, Control Z option doesn't work sometimes. So Indra, by the time he realized his mistake, the situation is out of his hands. In fact, all this sadhana, swadhyaya and seva and whatever we do under the umbrella of Krishna consciousness should bring us to a point where we respond appropriately on the spur of the moment. On the spur of the moment, we should respond appropriately. That's how our sadhana should equip us. You can't say, oh, I was supposed to behave in that way, in that situation, but looks like I was little off and I could not do it. Of course, the second best thing is to realize your mistake and rectify that mistake. But the first best thing is to respond appropriately on the spur of the moment. So more mature people will do like that. Those are still work in progress. They may make some mistake, but they will realize. But arrogant people, they make mistakes, they don't realize. And even if they realize, they don't admit. They don't apologize. They don't rectify. They justify. That's the problem with most of the struggling sadhakas, right? Anyways, Indra realized the mistake. At least he had that much common sense. He did a mistake, but he realized it. Then he started searching for Brihaspati. He had sent all the devatas in different directions. Search for my guru. Search for Brihaspati. I must fall at his feet. And he condemned himself. So those people who are disrespecting their gurus, disrespecting brahmanas, disrespecting exalted Vaishnavas, they are like travelers on a stone boat, right? Stone boat. If you make a boat of stone, you will just drown there. We are like that. Even though we are sitting in elevated thrones, like kings, still we are always subordinate to brahmanas. It is only by their blessings that we become powerful. So we disrespect it. I'm like a traveler on a stone boat. So this is everywhere. But Brihaspati was inaccessible. Although devatas are equipped to press Control F very easily, they can search like more effectively than Google. Still, although they are able to search all 14 planetary systems with wide open eyes, Brihaspati was inaccessible. You know how to understand this? Why can't Brihaspati be visible? Whichever corner Brihaspati must be there, all these devatas will be able to figure out. So many devatas, thousands of devatas are searching for Brihaspati, but still Brihaspati remained inaccessible. You know why? It is not the physical access that we get to a devotee. When a devotee feels offended, and generally devotees don't feel offended, but for some reason, if they don't want to show mercy, just to give us some lesson or something like that, then although they are personally present, he cannot access their mercy. Right? Krishna was personally present in front of Duryodhan, but Duryodhan could never access the mercy of Krishna. Although Krishna wanted to give, Duryodhana is blocking. Duryodhana's own arrogance is blocking that mercy. So because of the arrogant and proud mentality of Devatas, especially Indra, uh, they could not access where Brihaspati is. Brihaspati became completely inaccessible. It's a lesson for all these people. So eventually, because of the offense committed to Brihaspati, these Devatas became very weak. And because of being rejected by Guru, they became very, very weak, and the demons overpowered the Devatas. All these demons, they occupied the heavenly positions, and the Devatas came on roads. They all went to Brahma, and they asked Brahma, what should we do now? Brahma said, you have offended your own Guru. What else do you expect? But anyways, you are supposed to sit back on these heavenly thrones. Why the Devatas are always being supported by Brahma and even Vishnu also, although they have done some mistakes? Let the demons rule. You cannot rule. You have committed an offense. No, demons are not qualified to rule. Devatas are the appointed administrators of this universe. They are the in charges of the universal administrative system or universal management system. They are in goodness. Sometimes they make mistakes and they realize it also, but ultimately they are the authorized worshippers of the Lord, authorized managers of this material universe. So somehow Brahma and Vishnu and Shiva, all of them support these Devatas and again reinstate them back in their positions. So Brahma advised them. My advice to you is, please accept another Guru temporarily, specifically for the purpose of gaining some powers to again go back to your heavenly positions. Then eventually Brihaspati will accept you. Till he is inaccessible, even Brahma could not do anything. Brahma did not negotiate with Brihaspati. Brihaspati, accept them once again, please. He did not do all that negotiation. He said, you accept another Guru. Which Guru should we accept? Vishwarup. He's the son of Tvashta. He has 3 heads. He's a Brahmana. Interestingly, Tvashta was a Brahmana, but Tvashta's wife came from the demoniac dynasty. She was belonging to the demons race. So Vishwarupa was the son of a Brahmana father and a demon mother. Right? So he's connected to both, Devatas also and the demons also. So you accept this Vishwarupa as your Guru. And all the Devatas went and fell. I'm condensing the story more now. So all the Devatas headed by Indra went and fell at the feet of Vishwarup. Vishwarup, you are our only hope. Brahma instructed us to accept you as our Guru. Vishwarup said, you are on the level of my fathers. I'm so junior to you. I'm so younger to you. Forget this junior business. Whoever has knowledge is Guru, and we are your subordinates. We accept you as our Guru. Please instruct us. What do you want me to instruct in? You know Narayana Kavacha, right? You please instruct, it is teach us that hymn, that Narayana Kavacha. Indra told Vishwarup, please teach me Narayana Kavacha. With the power of Narayana Kavacha, I will go and conquer all the demons and regain my heavenly planets. Vishwarup said, yes, I agree. Then Vishwarup taught Indra Narayana Kavacha. Narayana Kavacha is basically a protective hymn that invokes the protection of so many incarnations of the Lord. May Lord Ramachandra protect me in foreign lands. May Lord Kurmavatar protect me in ocean, or Matsyavatar protect me in ocean. So like that, there are the names of different incarnations of the Lord and specific flavors of protection that they can offer. So we don't have to be excited with that. Narayana Kavacha. If somebody wants to learn, they can learn. But for us, what is recommended is depend on Krishna's decision, more than specifically aspiring for protection in this place or in this place or in this place. And we basically pray to Narasimhadev as Prabhupada taught us. Anyways, Indra learned Narayana Kavacha from Tvashta's son Vishwarupa, and he regained the heavenly planets. And he occupied the heavenly planets. Demons are back. While Brahma was instructing Indra and all the Devatas to accept Vishwarupa as Guru, Brahma also said one thing. This Vishwarupa is connected to the demons through his mother. Therefore, sometimes he may show some inclinations towards the demons. You should tolerate it. Please tolerate it. Then Indra heard it, but it's as good as not hearing only. He's focused on his own purpose. So one day, after Indra regained his heavenly position, he noticed that this Vishwarup is doing some sacrifice and is also chanting some mantras and offering some oblations on behalf of the demons also. So when the oblations are offered in the name of the demons, naturally demons will also get some power. Indra became very insecure. Out of insecurity, out of greed for his position, Indra picked up his sword and then cut the 3 heads of Vishwarup. Another Guru Aparad. He committed one Guru Aparad, Brahmana Aparad, by neglecting him. But he committed a more grave Guru Aparad by killing him. The second Aparad. So this is Indra's offense. When we are too greedy, we lose common sense. We lose intelligence. When we are too angry, when we are too lusty, we lose our common sense also. That's what Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. Trividham narakasyedam. You also recite? Dvaram nashanamaatmanah kamah krodhastatha lobhah tasmadetattrayam tyajet. So, Trividham narakasyedam, there are 3 royal gates to hell. If anyone wants how to go to hell, you can tell this. You don't have to give GPS location of hell. Automatically, these qualities will take us to hell. What are they? Kama, desire. Kama is generally understood to be lust, but it can be any material desire, any material infatuation or obsession. Kama. Second is Krodha. When Kama, desire is not fulfilled, then we get Krodha, anger. But when Kama, desire is fulfilled, then we get Lobha, greed. Once the desire is fulfilled, you become obsessed for more and more. Right? That's the nature of material enjoyment. Because any amount of material enjoyment cannot actually satisfy the soul. Therefore, we naturally hanker for more. Even after the fulfillment of desires, we hanker for more. Right? That is called Lobha. And this Kama leads to Krodha, Kama leads to Lobha. We have seen 3 anarthas. Let's get into other anarthas also. What is another anartha? Mada, for example, pride. Because your Kama is fulfilled, you become very proud. You become greedy, that's one thing. Second is you become proud. And when Kama is not fulfilled, you become angry and you also become envious. This pride and envy, or Mada and Matsarya, they are connected to other people. Now this Krodha and Lobha are an individual plane. You become greedy and you become angry. But when you are proud, you are comparing yourself with others. My desire is fulfilled, his desire is not fulfilled. Therefore I am proud. Then, my desire is not fulfilled, his desire is fulfilled. Therefore I become envious. Thus this Kama is the root of all the anarthas. Kama leads to Krodha when it is not fulfilled. Kama leads to Lobha when it is fulfilled. And this Kama or Kama, you see, South Indian, North Indian accents. Right? So, Kama, when it is fulfilled, leads to Lobha. When it is not fulfilled, it leads to Krodha. And when Kama is fulfilled in comparison to others, means your Kama is fulfilled, others' Kama is not fulfilled, then you become Mada. You become proud. That's called Mada. Then when your desire is not fulfilled, others' desires are fulfilled, you become envious. That is Matsarya. Actually, Kama is there, that indicates there is illusion. One who is not illusioned, one who is not under illusion, Moha, cannot have any Kama. So Kama and illusion are very much connected to each other. Illusion. Kunti Maharani says, Bhavesmin klishya bhadanam avidya kama karma bhi shravana smaranarhani karishyan iti kechana. So Kunti Maharani says, because of avidya or ignorance or illusion, there is Kama, desire, material desire. And because of Kama, material desire, there is karma, material action. And because of karma, material action, there is klesha, material reaction in the form of suffering. Avidya, Kama, Karma, Klesha, this is one line. So Kama leads to all the other anarthas. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madamatsarya. Kama is first, right? So because of this material desire or greed or obsession or infatuation to be on the heavenly throne, Indra became very insecure when he saw this Vishwarupa offering oblations in the name of the demons. He went and beheaded him. He just cut these 3 heads of Vishwarupa. And he realized his mistake. Again, he regretted, and again, sometimes this is like as Prabhupada says, professional sinners. Their job is to commit sin and regret for it, again commit sin, again regret, again commit sin, again regret, again commit sin, again regret. Drunkards, they drink, they fall. Again they drink, they fall. Again they drink, they fall. Actually, we are also supposed to be like that. You know how? Go to the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, first chapter of Bhagavatam. Nigama kalpatarorgalitam phalam sukamukhadamrtadrava samyutam pibata bhagavatam rasamalayam muhuraho rasika bhuvi bhavukaha. Muhuraho, regularly, constantly drink Bhagavatam, faint in ecstasy. Again get up and drink Bhagavatam. Again faint. Again get up, drink Bhagavatam, again faint. Right? We are like spiritual drunkards. Although we take vows, all 4 regulative principles, no intoxication. But we have to take another vow. There should be intoxication. Neshye bhavad guna kathamrita panam mattaha. I'm not saying this. Dhruva Maharaj is saying, bhavad guna kathamrita panam mattaha. Pana means drinking. Matta means getting intoxicated. Drinking what? Guna kathamrita. Drinking the nectarian narrations of Krishna's pastimes and qualities will make us intoxicated and we faint in ecstasy. Again we get up and again drink. Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam kavibhiriditam kalmashapaham shravana mangalam srimadattatam bhuvi grinantiye bhurida jana. So this is our job, to get intoxicated by the nectar of Harikatha. But somehow Indra was not intoxicated by the nectar of Harikatha. He was intoxicated by his power and position, obsession, attachment to his heavenly throne. Because of that, he is doing so many sinful activities. Multiple Indras are doing. Every time when we are saying Indra, we are not referring to the same Indra. Every Manvantara, Indra changes. He is there in that position only for 1/14th day of Brahma. So many threats to his position. So many sins and aparats he commits to retain that position, to remain in that position. This is called Maya, illusion. Anyways, despite all that, he's doing some service, therefore Krishna keeps him there. Seva, only for service purpose. Anyways, he has beheaded this Vishwarup. Then Vishwarup's father, Tvashta, became very, very angry. How can this Indra, with absolutely no gratitude or respect for a Brahmana, how could he kill my son, Vishwarup? It is only because of my son, Indra learned this Narayana Kavacha, and only because of that Narayana Kavacha, he regained his heavenly planets with absolutely no gratitude or respect. He is beheading my son. I should get a son who will have the capacity to kill Indra. So, with that intention, he conducted a great sacrifice. You see, a Brahmana is generally respected even if he misbehaves. For example, let's go to 9th canto. From 6th canto, let's jump to 9th canto. Ambarish Maharaj was about to break his fast on Dwadashi day. Durvasmani came there. And Ambarish Maharaj said, can you please have meals at my home? Durvasmani said, why not? I'll take a bath and come. Okay, he went to take bath. How much time is required for a sannyasi to take bath? But this Durvasamani is taking bath for such a long time. And the parent time is passing. And Ambarish Maharaj does not know what to do. What am I supposed to do now? Should I eat before feeding the Brahmana guest? That will be offense to Brahmana guest. And if I don't eat during this time slot, then it is offense to Ekadashi Vrata. What am I supposed to do? Then he drank little water. Right? He drank little water. Drinking water is like as good as breaking fast and not breaking fast also. Then Durvasamani came there. With his mystic powers, he can know so many things. But using all his mystic powers, he came to know that Ambarish Maharaj drank a drop of water. He became so furious. He wanted to kill Ambrish Maharaj. But Ambrish Maharaj was very tolerant. Although Durvasa Muni created a fiery demon to kill Ambrish Maharaj, still Ambrish Maharaj did not move even 1 millimeter from where he was standing. That's the tolerance exhibited by a pure Vaishnava towards a Brahmana or Sannyasi, or anyone for that matter. But here is Indra. He went and killed a Brahmana. Simply killed a Brahmana. Now one more contrasting episode. Indra created devastating rainfall in Vrindavan. All of us know it. And in 1 week he realized, my God, I did a great mistake. Then he went to Brahma. He went to other sages, Brihaspati and all. They all suggested, no, you cannot face Krishna. Better you go with Surabhi cow. Then Indra went along with Surabhi cow to Govardhan mountain to meet Krishna. So he went and said, sorry, I'm sorry, Krishna, please forgive me. Till now, story is okay. But Indra's apologies, are they really genuine? No. Definitely there is some repentance in his heart. Definitely he was apologizing for his mistake. However, he also wanted to avoid punishment. He said sorry to avoid punishment. You see, he was thinking, I did a mistake. I committed an offense. And Krishna only protected the Vrajavasis from my rainfall, but Krishna did not yet punish me. So very soon he will punish me. He may call Yamaraj and tell him to punish me. He got scared. He's offering prayers. He's saying sorry to Krishna only to avoid, primarily to avoid punishment. There's some repentance definitely, but also he wanted to avoid punishment. Because of that, he again committed another offense to Krishna in the Parijata episode. You know that, right? Krishna went along with Satyabhama to heavenly planets to get the Parijata tree. Then Indra got into fight with Krishna. So when we don't repent sincerely, or when we don't atone, atonement is not required actually. Paschatapa is the best prayashchitta. Means genuine, honest, sincere repentance is as good as atonement. But he did not want any atonement. And his paschatapa, his repentance is also not fully genuine. Therefore, he committed another mistake. Right? But in contrast to this Indra's behavior, we see Parikshit Maharaj. He kept a dead snake around Shamikrishi's neck. And he was cursed to die within 7 days. Right? But he wanted a punishment. He expected a punishment for his mistake and he desired a punishment. Desiring punishment is different from expecting a punishment. And he accepted the punishment. So when a devotee, when a pure devotee does a mistake, generally they don't do mistake intentionally, but by mistake, if they do some mistake, they will accept some punishment voluntarily and the repentance is genuine and sincere. But when a mixed devotee does a mistake, then they don't admit generally, and even if they admit, they want to avoid punishment. There's no 100% genuinity there. That's why they're mixed devotees. Indra is like that. So we can check for ourselves. When I make mistakes, will I admit or will I want to hide? Will I rectify the mistakes or justify the mistakes? Do I want to avoid the punishment or accept the atonement? So we can check for ourselves. Then we can understand whether we are mixed devotees or pure devotees. Right? Probably when we analyze ourselves, or at least someone like me, we may realize that we are not even mixed devotee also. Right? Anyways, coming back to this main episode of Indra. Indra committed this mistake. Then this Indra, Vrtrasura's father, Vishwarup's father, Tvashta, wanted to conduct a sacrifice to kill Indra. Now I lost my son because of Indra. I need another son who can kill Indra. He conducted a sacrifice. Now let's analyze the story from Tvashta's perspective. So far we did a lot of analysis of the story from Indra's perspective. He's at fault definitely. But what about this Tvashta? Tvashta conducted a Vedic sacrifice with the purpose of killing somebody. Whether it is a sacrifice or some austerity or even bhakti or charity, if our motive is not pure, if our intentions are not pure, we will not get pure results. Let me speak about 3 types of bhakti. Actually, 4 types of bhakti. 3 types of bhakti are 3 types of impure bhakti, and 4th type is pure bhakti. Tamasic bhakti means bhakti in mode of ignorance. When we want to perform bhakti, whether it is Shravanam or Kirtanam or Archanam or Vandanam or Smaranam, when we do some bhakti, devotional service, with some revengeful attitude, with an intention to be violent towards others, to kill others, to defame others, to harm others. So that is called tamasic bhakti, bhakti in mode of ignorance. Devotional practices are going on, but the intention is revengeful, very violent. Then second, rajasic bhakti. Rajasic bhakti means when we perform bhakti with great material ambitions to gain wealth, name, fame, prestige, then that is called rajasic bhakti. Sattvic bhakti means we perform bhakti, but we desire personal happiness, we desire liberation. That is called sattvic bhakti. But when we perform bhakti purely for the pleasure of Krishna with absolutely no selfish expectations or any irregularities or inconsistencies, that is called nirguna bhakti, pure bhakti. We can check. We may perform bhakti, but if you are hating someone, if you want to take revenge on someone, if you are holding so many grudges or negativity or displeasure towards someone, or we are desiring harm for other devotees, then we are tamasic bhaktas. Or if you are performing bhakti with material ambition, I want this, I want that, name, fame, prestige, claps, whistles, fans, followers, etc., etc., then it is called rajasic bhakti. And if you perform bhakti for liberation, shanti chai, liberation or personal happiness, selfish happiness, that is called sattvic bhakti. But if you perform bhakti only for the pleasure of Lord Hari, sam siddhir haritoshanam, it is called pure bhakti or nirguna bhakti. Right? So sometimes Indra shows some rajasic tendencies, mostly. Even the violence he commits is because of his ambition to be there. Therefore, he is not a pure devotee. And here is Tvashta. He performed this sacrifice only for the purpose of killing Indra. Tamogani sacrifice. Right? So Krishna speaks about yajna dana tapah karma. They are supposed to uplift people, but he's doing some yajna for the purpose of killing somebody. Of course, he's an offender, but still, there's some revengeful attitude. There's no feeling of forgiveness. There are no other ways of resolving this issue, but he is choosing to conduct a sacrifice to produce a son who can kill Indra. It's a materially motivated sacrifice. And in this sacrifice, by mistake, he chanted mantras improperly. Improper utterance of mantras. Intonation was not proper. Indra Shatroho. Then instead of producing a son who can kill Indra, he produced a son who will be killed by Indra. Little bit of change of intonation, opposite results. And that son who will be killed by Indra is Vrtrasura. Right? We just discussed the backstory of birth of Vrtrasura. So Vrtrasura was born through this materially motivated sacrifice. But in Harinam, chanting of Harinam, there are no such considerations. Mahaprabhu is chanting simply in South India Yatra, Krishna, 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 Hey, Krishna, 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 Hey, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rakshama. Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Pahima. Some people say Krishna. Some people say Krishna. Some people say Krishna. Some people say Krishna. So depending on where they are coming from, they have different accents and different pronunciations. But there is no problem there. Of course, if you can pronounce nicely, you can pronounce. But if there is no ability, some small children, they pronounce. They may not be able to pronounce very clearly, but still, Krishna accepts that their chanting as pure chanting, right? Innocent chanting. But in some Vedic mantras, it's very difficult to pronounce. And especially when we chant those Vedic mantras with some material motives, then more strictness is expected in pronunciation also, right? That's why it's impractical in Kali Yuga to chant all these elaborate mantras. They're bona fide, they're pure, but still our ability is to say Krishna, Krishna, Krishna here only. Om Tacham Yora Vrinimahe Gatum Yagnaya Gatum Yagnapataye Daivi Swastirastunaha Swastirmanushebhyaha Urdhvam Jigatu Bheshajam Shamno Astu Dvipade Esham Chatuspade. Say it. And you say Krishna, 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 all of you said it very easily. Om Tacham, you are only people, he is saying, I think. There are few people who may know, but most people don't know. That is Kali Yuga capacity. Therefore, Hare Krishna Mahamantra is sufficient for us. We won't be able to chant elaborate Vedic mantras. And even if we manage to chant one little intonation curve, Daivi Swastirastu Naha. Instead of saying Daivi, we say Daivi Swastiranaha. Then gone. Result will be opposite. Right? You see, there are some intonation marks in chanting Vedic mantras. In our childhood, we were learning this. Udarta, Anudarta, Swarita. Udarta means you give less stress on that syllable. You chant like in a low voice. But Anudarta means you stress it. Daivi swastirastu naha. So there is a stress given to certain syllables. And Swarita means you need to pronounce that syllable twice for two durations, two syllable duration. Daivi, not Daivi, Daivi swastirastu naha. So why Daivi? There are two dots there on top. There are some very strict rules and regulations to chant certain Vedic mantras. All these Taittiriya Upanishads, Mundaka Mandukya Upanishads, different mantras in the Vedas, Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda. They have very strict intonation marks. In our childhood, when we used to do some mistakes, our teacher used to correct, hey, supposed to pronounce properly. Did you ever tell us the meaning? Never. We chanted so many mantras and so many suktas. Purusha Sukta, Sri Sukta, Rudra Namakam, Chamakam, so many, Pantra Pushpam. Nobody taught us the meaning. Bhagavad Gita also we were reciting as kids, right? But nobody taught us the meaning. When I was 22, I opened Bhagavad Gita as it is by Prabhupada. Then I came to know the meaning. I have been reciting this shloka since childhood, but no meaning. So, focus is more on the pronunciation, not on renunciation. They are pronouncing things with no renounced spirit. Therefore, they are penalized when there is a wrong pronunciation. But we pronounce with renunciation. We are supposed to pronounce at least. Right? There is no. Our intention is to cultivate attachment to Krishna and be detached from the material world. Detached. So anyway, Twashta conducted this materially motivated sacrifice to produce a son who can kill Indra. But because of his wrong pronunciation of mantras, he got a son who will be killed by Indra. And that son is Vrtrasura, our hero of the story. The hero entry came at the end of the class. We'll continue for a few more moments. So Vrtrasura appeared from the sacrificial fire. He was so big, as if he's touching the sky. Actually, he's touching the sky. You see the BBT painting, all the, maybe somebody can open in phone or somewhere, you can see once. All the pujaris who are doing the sacrifice are so tiny like this, right? Like maybe 1 inch in the painting. And Vrtrasura looks like, 3-4 feet in the painting, right? So big, like copper like hair. He came with a trident with different kinds of ornaments and beard, and he looks very, very fierce. Big tongue, mouth full of like fierce teeth. So that's how Vrtrasura appeared. Then, according to the purpose of his janma, what is the purpose of his appearance, purpose of his birth? To go and fight with Indra and kill him. Can you just imagine? The purpose of giving birth to a child is to use the child to kill somebody. If any of us are given a choice to be instrumental in the hands of somebody who wants to take revenge on someone else, Like, are we inclined to act as instrument of such people? Especially in the modern days, to be instrument in someone's hands, to work for someone else's desires is not so easy for the ego to accept. Why should I tell him? He has some vision. Why should I align with that vision? So submissiveness levels, obedience levels, selflessness levels, they're diminishing. But here is Vrtrasura. The purpose of his birth is to kill Indra, according to the desire of Tvashta. Tvashta created him for that purpose only. Just like Drupada Maharaj created Drishtadyumna for the sole purpose of killing Dronacharya. You see, this is what an envious heart can do. In our scriptures also, we have seen so many instances where people are used. Some people use other people to fulfill their material ambitions, to fulfill their revengeful desires, envious desires. On the other hand, Bhakti Vinod Thakur was praying to the Lord, "O Lord, give me a son who can spread Krishna consciousness. Give me a ray of Vishnu who can spread positivity and spirituality and Krishna consciousness all over the world." Gaur Mohande, he wanted his son, Srila Prabhupada, to become a sincere devotee of Srimati Radharani. So a father or a mother can definitely have some dreams for their children. Nothing wrong. It's Vedic, it's traditional, it's conventional, it's spiritual, it's scriptural. But the desire has to be spiritual, and desire has to be something positive. But here are some fathers who wanted their sons just to act on their behalf and to take revenge on their enemies. Right? But Vrtrasura understood the purpose of my sacrifice is just to fulfill the desire of my father. Let me do it. He went. As soon as he came out of sacrificial fire, as soon as he was born, he was not born like a baby Vrtrasura. Bali Leela going on. Mother is trying to feed him some food. Vrtrasura, come here, take this drink, take this pizza, take this salad. No. Vrtrasura, no mercy. I don't know whether he had a meal also. Directly went to the battlefield. Did anyone feed him? At least within the description given by Bhagavatam, in Bhagavatam, the first meal Vrtrasura had was the weapons of the Devatas. Vrtrasura directly went to the battlefield, and all the Devatas came to attack him with some sophisticated weapons. They were throwing weapons at Vrtrasura. He swallowed all the weapons. That was the first meal. You know what was the last meal? Indra himself. We'll come to last meal tomorrow, but let me just give a preview now only. So the last meal Vrtrasura had was, somehow during the fight, Indra has cut one hand of Vrtrasura. He continued to fight. Indra has cut the second hand of Vrtrasura. Then Vrtrasura thought, I don't have hands, but I must fight. So I have a mouth. He went and swallowed Indra. And whom will he fight with? He cannot fight with someone who is in his belly, right? So he closed his eyes and he started meditating. Last meal. He took his last meal and closed his eyes and meditated on Sankarshan. And somehow, because Indra had this power of Narayana Kavacha, he was not digested within the digestive system of Vrtrasura. Right? He broke open the abdomen of Vrtrasura and came out and he killed him. But Vrtrasura did not even realize it. He was in Samadhi. He was meditating on Lord Vishnu, Lord Sankarshan. Only 2 meals he had, according to Bhagavatam. I don't know if other Puranas may give more details. First meal is weapons. Second and last meal is Indra himself. Anyways, he came to fight with the Devatas. And the Devatas came for a battle. And because Vrtrasura was fighting against Indra and Devatas, naturally all the demons also joined Vrtrasura. These demons are like opportunistic people. They become the friend of your enemy. Right? Here is one person, he's your enemy. And this enemy has no friendship with other people, but if other people have some enmity towards this one person, naturally they'll become friends. Right? So all the demons joined Vrtrasura to attack the Devatas. And Devatas were throwing weapons. And at one point, because Devatas were very powerful at this moment, because of their weapons, all the demons were getting overpowered, they were getting defeated, and out of fear, they ran away from battlefield. All these demons came to support Vrtrasura. But even before the battle took off, they left Vrtrasura and they ran away from there. There's no camaraderie, there's no friendship, there's no collaborative work there. Okay, looks like he will be helpful to us in killing the Devatas. Let us be with him. But when they saw that their own lives are at threat, let's abandon him, let's run away. They started running away. Then Vrtrasura turned towards the demons and gave a Bhagavatam class to them. Gave a motivational talk to them. He said, are you not ashamed? How can you run away from battlefield? For a Kshatriya, for a warrior, especially for a demonic warrior like you, it's better to fight in the battlefield and die. So for anybody, for especially Kshatriya, there are two types of glorious death. Number one, by meditating on Lord Vishnu and going back to Godhead. Number two, by fighting with courage on battlefield and be killed in the hands of the enemy. First option you will not take, I know, 100% sure. At least take the second option now. You're running away, are you not ashamed? And he uses some very, very abusive and very strong language. I'll not repeat all that now. So he was chastising the demons, but the demons were not stopping. He was trying to provoke them with some very strong words, but the demons were not stopping. They were running away. And although the demons were running away from the battlefield, the Devatas continued to attack them with their upraised weapons, and they were chasing them. Then Vrtrasura gave a second Bhagavatam class. Second motivational talk to the Devatas. Are you not ashamed of hunting somebody or chasing somebody who's running away from the battlefield? Don't you know the codes of religious war, dharmic war? Mattam, pramattam, unmattam, shuktam, balam, striyam, jadam. So you should never attack someone who is very fearful, one who does not have weapons, one who does not have a ratha. Ratha means chariot. A child should not be attacked, a woman should not be attacked, a brahmana should not be attacked. So there are some different codes of religious war. They are fearful, they're running away from the battlefield. Are you not ashamed of chasing them? But the Devatas did not stop. They continued to chase them. Then Vrtrasura said, if you are really heroes, if you consider yourself heroes, fight with me. I am standing on the battlefield alone now. Only one Vrtrasura was there on his side. No one else is there to support him. Then all the Devatas tried to fight with Vrtrasura, and Vrtrasura swallowed all their weapons. Now, the Devatas ran away from the battlefield. All the Devatas were running away from the battlefield, and Vrtrasura said, why are you running away? I want to fight with you. No, we can't fight with you. They ran. Where did they run? They went to the shore of the milk ocean. They started offering prayers to Lord Vishnu. Right? What's the time now? How long can we go? Okay, fine. So we will continue for some more time. So tomorrow we want to spare time for Vrtrasura's prayers. We'll go deep into the prayers. Today let's complete the storyline first. All the Devatas went in front of Lord Vishnu on the shore of milk ocean, and they started offering prayers to the Lord. They said, "Oh Lord," very elaborate prayers, but I will not repeat them. I don't remember them also completely. But the intention behind their prayer is self-protection. Right? They glorified the Lord's Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela to some degree. They glorified Lord Vishnu as creator, maintainer, destroyer. They also glorified the Lord as the source of so many incarnations. So they tried to glorify the Lord in so many devotional ways. But at the end, you know what they said? Oh Lord, you appeared as Narasimhadev and killed Hiranyakashipu. You appeared as Vamanadev and subdued Bali Maharaj. So, of course, some of them are future incarnations. You appeared in so many incarnations and killed so many demons. Now we request you to appear in another incarnation and kill this demon Vrtrasura. right? Lord Vishnu said, thank you so much, oh my dear Devatas. You offered very knowledgeable prayers. Your prayers reflect so much of your knowledge and experience. But is this the purpose of your prayer? You are offering this prayer just to protect yourself from this demon. It's a materially motivated prayer. Different people come to the Lord for different purposes. We discussed 4 types of bhaktas, right? Tamasic, Rajasic, Sattvic bhaktas and Nirguna bhaktas. Now there are 4 other types of bhaktas in the Bhagavad Gita. Chaturvidha bhajante mam janaha sukritino arjuna arto jignasur gnani cha bharatarshabha. 4 types of sukritinas. They surrender to Krishna. They approach the Lord. Artha bhaktas means they have some difficulties. They want relief. They are relief seekers. Mandir gaya to shanti milta hai. They don't want anything else. They don't want bhakti. They want shanti. Right? They go to temple only for the purpose of getting some peace of mind. They are artha bhaktas. Then jignasu bhaktas, they are very curious, very inquisitive. Why Krishna is blue in color? Why he wears yellow dhoti? Why he wears peacock feather? Why there are cows behind him? Why not buffaloes? Why not sheep? So they have so many questions. They are curious about so many material things. They become curious about spiritual things also. They are called jignasu bhaktas. Then artharthi, they want money, Lakshmi, right? They want so much money. Or some fame, name, prestige, etc. They are artharthi bhaktas. Jnani means they are wise. They understand the Lord's position. They are also not completely pure, but still they are much better than the other 3 categories. So here, these devatas, they are like artha bhaktas at this moment. They want relief. They are not praying for prema bhakti. Just like our Satyavartmani prays for that prema bhakti, right? He says, you have given liberation to Kuvera's sons. Kuveratmajau baddha murtaiva yadvat tvaya mochitau bhakti bhajau krutau cha tatha prema bhaktim svakamya prayacha namokshe graho mesti damodareha. Some people want moksha, but Satyavartmani says, I don't want moksha. And he doesn't want definitely any material pleasures, right? He wants only prema bhakti. So prema bhakti is top, moksha is less, and material pleasures are even more less. And this is what they want, the devatas. Devatas are offering very knowledgeable prayers, glorifying the Lord's position, glorifying his Nama Rupa Guna Lila also, and glorifying him as the source of all incarnations, only to request him to come in another form to kill this Vrtrasura. How can the Lord kill his own devotee? The Lord says no. Of course, the Lord killed Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu also for another purpose. But in this case, the Lord chose not to kill. And he also gave some pinch and hint to the devatas. You offered such knowledgeable prayers to me, but you are asking me to protect your heavenly positions. You are still attached to heavenly positions. Anyways, it's my duty because you came to me. You offered these prayers. I must definitely respond to your prayers. The Lord said, okay, fine. But I will not take an incarnation now, by the way. I will not kill Vrtrasura. You only have to kill Vrtrasura. Then the devatas headed by Indra said, he swallowed our weapons. How can we fight with him? He looks so gigantic. We are like some ants under his feet. You see the another painting, BBT painting, such a very fierce painting. Vrtrasura looks so big. And all the devatas are like small tiny ants there. Even Indra on the back of Airavat also looks very tiny there in front of Vrtrasura. You have seen that painting? So then the Lord said, no, don't worry. I will tell you how to get a weapon. There is my devotee, the Dadichi Muni. The Dadichi Muni is very powerful with his austerities. Go to the Dadichi Muni and beg for his bones. Right? Bones. Bones are not in his locker. Bones are inside the body, inside the flesh. So beg for his bones. Okay. No problem. Beg for his bones. He will give. Don't worry. He's my devotee. Not like you people. He's not attached to heavenly positions or body like all of you. He didn't say it literally, but that's very evident in his words. You go to my devotee, the Dhichi Muni, ask for his bones. And you go to Vishwakarma, take the bones and go to Vishwakarma, the heavenly architect, and he will manufacture a thunderbolt weapon, Vajrayudha. So with this bones of the Dhichi Muni. And because they are filled with the austerity, the power of the austerity of the Dhichi Muni, and also they have special blessings from my side, that weapon called thunderbolt made by Vishwakarma will be very, very powerful enough to kill even Vrtrasura and many other demons. Then the Devata said, are you sure? Should we go to your devotee, the Dhichi Muni? Yeah, go. So you have instructed us, therefore we'll go. It's your instruction. Basically, they want their heavenly positions. None of them said, okay, Lord, it's okay, we don't want any material position, we don't want heaven. Let Vrtrasura go and sit there. But we don't want to see the death of the Dhichi Muni, please. They never said like that. They happily went to the Dhichi Muni and said, Dhichi Muni, ek request hai. Mar jao. Right. One little request. Why? What is that? Die. Please die. Why should I die? Because we want your bones. Means nobody can survive when you take away all the bones. Is there a way of having all the skin and flesh and blood and nerves intact, but only bones came out and Dadichi will continue to live like that? No. First, the skin has to be removed, flesh has to be removed to extract the bones. So all the devatas went to the Dhichi Muni and said, the Dhichi Muni, we have a request. We have been sent by Lord Vishnu. We want to fight with Vrtrasura. We need a proper weapon. And that weapon is thunderbolt, the Vajrayudha. And that Vajrayudha can be manufactured only by your bones. So you please give up your life and give me your bones. Give us your bones. The Dhichi Muni said, why should I give? I will not give. Even if Lord Vishnu comes and personally asks me also, I will not give my bones. Because any Dehi, means any embodied being, has to maintain his body. They can compromise on certain dharmic principles, values and virtues and morals and principles also, but they cannot compromise on self-preservation, bodily protection. How can I offer? For example, somebody takes a knife and puts on your throat. If you say a truth, they will cut your throat. But if you speak a lie, then your life will be spared. What will you do? You'll speak a lie. If you speak a lie, you will live. If you speak truth, you will die. So what will anybody generally do? They'll speak a lie. Because, of course, speaking lie is against dharma. But my primary dharma is to protect my body. Right? The Dhichi Muni said this. Then you know what the Devata said? Indra said, we are desperate beggars. A donor will not deny the request of a beggar if he understands the desperate nature of the beggar. We are desperate beggars. So you are such a magnanimous soul. What is impossible for a magnanimous, compassionate, merciful sage like you? You are so detached from all material pleasures. You have no bodily attachment. Right? So you have the ability to give bones. So please give bones. Then you know what the Dhichi Muni said? I was just joking with you. Take bones. Take whatever you want. You don't have to even quote Lord Vishnu. Vishnu told. Authority ne bataya. Sometimes we quote authority to get our work done. Prabhuji told. When you hear Prabhuji's name, yes, take it. You don't have to take the name of Prabhuji also. Even if you ask me, I will give you. What is the purpose of my existence? Only for the pleasure of everyone. Right? There's a beautiful shloka in the 8th canto of Bhagavatam. Tapyante lokatapena sadhavaha prayasho janah paramaradhanam tadhi purushasya tapyante lokatapena sadhavaha prayasho janah. Great sadhus, great compassionate devotees, they undergo so much of tapa to counteract our tapa. Tapa means misery, tapa means austerity. What is the definition of austerity? Anyone knows? What is the definition of tapa?
To go through inconvenience to get a higher.
Correct.
For a
to voluntarily accept inconveniences upon oneself for a higher purpose, as Prabhu said. That is the definition of tapa. So, great personalities, great souls often do tapa, often accept voluntarily, often accept inconvenience upon oneself for the welfare of other people, for the service of the Lord. In the 8th canto of Bhagavatam, when the devatas and demons were churning milk ocean, suddenly halahal poison came out. All the devatas went to Lord Shiva. Ek request. What is that? Thoda, please drink some poison. That's a request. And you go to somebody and say, please drink poison and protect us. Why should I drink poison? Because that will affect us. Then it will not affect me. That you decide. You take care of that. You drink poison and protect us. And everybody is unanimously putting this request, all the devatas. And Shiva asked Parvati, should I drink poison? Which wife will give permission to the husband to drink poison? But this wife gave. Parvati said, okay, go and drink poison. Not that they have some conflict. Right? Parvati understood two things about Lord Shiva. One thing, Lord Shiva is very powerful. Even if he drinks poison, nothing will happen to him. Second thing, Lord Shiva is very compassionate. Even if he say no, he will drink. He is extremely compassionate. He will extend himself for the welfare of all the living beings in this universe. He will drink. Let him drink. Right? Understanding the mood of Lord Shiva and understanding the power of Lord Shiva, Parvati said, okay. But good thing is, Shiva consulted Parvati before drinking poison. Right? Bhagavatam says it, I'm not saying it. And Parvati said, okay. So the devatas requested Lord Shiva for something very, very inconceivable, unimaginable, and unconventional, and unthinkable. But Shiva extended himself. Same thing they are doing with Dadichi also. He says, Dadichi, please drink poison, give your bones. Lord Vishnu told. And all the devatas were directed to Lord Shiva also by Vishnu only. Vishnu told, poison came, go to Shiva. I will only drink nectar, makhan, milk products, doodh, dahi. That's my job. Poison is Shiva's job. Even when Putana came to Vrindavan to kill Krishna, baby Krishna, with her poisonous milk, Krishna closed his eyes and invoked the presence of Lord Shiva. Shiva, drinking poison is your job. You please manifest in my lips and you drink the poison. Right? Then I will just as an instrument in your hands or whatever, I will just give the pose of drinking milk, but you drink the poison. So this is the Lord's Leela. But why the Lord wants his devotees to extend, why the Lord wants his pure devotees to extend themselves for the purpose of mixed devotees? Did you ever think about it? The Supreme Lord Vishnu is sending his mixed devotees, the devatas, to Lord Shiva and making them request Shiva to drink poison. And here the Supreme Lord Vishnu is sending his mixed devotees, the devatas, to go to Dadichi Muni, who is a pure devotee, and ask for his wants. Why the Lord is always strict towards pure devotees and lenient towards mixed devotees? Better I become a mixed devotee. Right? Let us become a Mishra Bhaktas so that the Lord becomes partial towards us. Pure devotees have to undergo so much trouble. Right? But the reality is, just like parents take great pleasure when the children flourish, children are doing big, big things, parents become very happy. Children are becoming very famous, very talented, they're serving so much, parents become very happy, right? Similarly, Krishna also takes great pleasure in seeing his devotees being glorified so much. Dadichi will be glorified for the rest of eternity for the sacrifice he has done. And after, where will Dadichi go after death? He'll go to Vaikuntha. Simple. Dadichi enough living in this material world. Come to Vaikuntha. And while coming to Vaikuntha, you set an example of selflessness. Give your bones to them. Let them make thunderbolt. Let them kill whomever they want. You come to Vaikuntha. Right? Similarly, Lord Vishnu has orchestrated the entire Samudra Manthan blueprint. And he assisted Samudra Manthan in 100 different ways. But when it came to the most crucial event, episode of Halahal, he directed all the devatas to Shiva. Before coming to ISKCON, Before reading the 8th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, how many of us know that Lord Vishnu has given the blueprint of Samudra Manthan to the Devatas? Not many. How many of us know that Lord Vishnu has expanded himself as mystic clouds and started showering rains on all the Devatas and demons when they are churning the milk ocean? Not many people know. And how many of us know that Lord Vishnu has empowered all the Devatas with Sattva-guna, empowered all the demons with Rajoguna, empowered Vasuki's serpent with Tamoguna, and assisted in the Samudra Manthan? How many of you know that Lord Vishnu personally participated in Samudra Manthan? How many of us know that Lord Vishnu appeared as Sahasrabahu on top of the mountain and held the mountain from top? Not many. And some of us might know Lord Vishnu came as Kurmavatar and supported from bottom. But everybody knows, practically everybody in India, at least most people in India, are aware that Shiva drank poison and protected the universe. The Lord Vishnu is doing many crucial activities in Samudra Manthan, but most popular attention attracting activity he is allowing Shiva to do, and is giving that credit to Lord Shiva for protecting the entire universe. The Lord takes more pleasure in giving credit to his devotees than he takes for himself. That is the intention when the Lord is directing his mixed devotees to go and apparently harm the pure devotees. The Lord wanted to highlight the glories of pure devotees. Lord can never expect that from mixed devotees. Arey, ye karega nahi, chhod do. Let me not tell him. Let me just go and tell my pure devotee only. When there was a conflict between Indra and Prithu Maharaj, Brahma came to Prithu Maharaj. You please stop the sacrifice. Who did this mistake? Who has stolen the sacrificial horse from Prithu Maharaj's sacrifice? Indra. Who is supposed to be given correction or feedback or gali? Indra. But no feedback, no correction to Indra. And Brahma directly went to Prithu Maharaj and said, stop the sacrifice. Why? He's stealing the horse. Then you go and give him feedback, na? Why are you telling me to stop the sacrifice? Prithu never negotiated. Therefore, Prithu got more mercy. Prithu's 99 sacrifices is greater than Indra's 100 sacrifices. It's a very important point to note. Somehow or the other, the Lord highlights the glories of his devotees. Here, in this one instruction, the Lord planned for the death of two devotees, two pure devotees. One is Dadhichi, second is Vrtrasura. So, Lord Vishnu told the Devatas to go and beg the bones of Dadhichi Muni, make a thunderbolt and kill Vrtrasura. Vrtrasura is a pure devotee, the Lord planned for his death. Dadhichi was a pure devotee, the Lord planned for his death also. And Devatas are mixed devotees, the Lord is supporting them. Go and rule the heaven. So what is a reward? What is not a reward? We cannot understand. The Lord has different intentions. But Dadhichi never complained. Vrtrasura never complained. This is a pure devotee. Apparently, a pure devotee may be deprived of some material privileges. A pure devotee may be misunderstood by everybody. A pure devotee may be undergoing so many austerities and so many difficulties. But a pure devotee never suspects the intentions or integrity of Krishna. But immature devotees, whenever there is some little difficulty in their life, some financial crisis, some health crisis, or some other crisis, immediately they suspect, Krishna, are you hearing my japa? Every day I'm chanting 16 rounds. We don't hear the holy name attentively. We expect Krishna to hear it very attentively. Prabhupada says here. But we don't hear. We check Instagram updates while chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. We see Facebook notification while chanting Hare Krishna. Or WhatsApp is constantly there in the left hand. Left hand is more active than right hand. When we are chanting. Isn't it? Right hand has only one movement, like this. But left hand, my God, so many movements. Volume button, control karo. Then you just press and so many things left hand has to do. Sometimes devotees have difficulty with left hand. Although the phone is hardly 150 grams or 200 grams, and even if you're using iPhone, which is 300 grams probably, hand becomes very difficult. Hand cannot hold it so much. Why? You are holding it for a long time. Although it's lightweight, you're holding it for a long time, it feels very heavy. Did you ever feel that? Phone appears heavy on your hands, especially on the left hand during japa. Right? But we expect Krishna to hear our japa attentively. Whenever there is some difficulty, we blame Krishna. Are you hearing my japa? Are you hearing my prayers? Or do you exist in the first place? But Dadhichi Muni, what is he experiencing? The Lord is personally sending the Devatas, take away Dadhichi's bones, let him die, no problem. You should survive, let him die. Vrtrasura, let him die. Indra, you should survive. So maturity lies in not misunderstanding Krishna's intentions and integrity. Maturity lies in not suspecting Krishna's intention to protect us. Krishna always has the ability and intention and compassion to always protect us. Even if he apparently puts us in a very, very terrific calamity, material calamity, he's not doing it out of negligence. He's not doing it out of, lack of mercy. That is another expression of mercy. Maturity is to see misery as mercy of Krishna, right? Misery is also mercy of Krishna. Dharma projita kaita votra paramo nirmatsaranam satam vedyam vastavamatra vastu shivadam tapatraya unmulanam. Tapatraya unmulanam. When you study Bhagavatam, when you take shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam, the three tapas, tapatrayas are gone. How can this book vanquish my threefold material miseries? You may have a doubt. By the way, Bhagavatam does not solve your financial crisis. Don't expect that. Bhagavatam doesn't solve your health crisis. Never expect that. Bhagavatam, it is hot outside. Tapatraya unmulanam. So, will Bhagavatam put in AC for us? It is hot outside. It was very cold. When I was in Sydney, it was extremely cold. I was wearing gloves also, right? So Bhagavatam did not increase the temperature outside, right? So tapatraya unmulanam means Bhagavatam will destroy the miseries caused by body and mind, miseries caused by other living entities, miseries caused by natural calamities. That's the literal meaning. But Bhagavatam doesn't literally do that. Bhagavatam equips our consciousness with the maturity to see misery as mercy of Krishna. When you see misery as mercy, tapatraya unmulanam happening, right? It's tapatraya unmulanam only. So Bhagavatam illuminates our perspectives. Bhagavatam transforms our consciousness. That is the protection that Bhagavatam gives. Not that Bhagavatam literally solves. And here is the Dadhichi Muni and even Vrtrasura. They both never misunderstood Krishna. Krishna, I'm worshipping you. Oh Vishnu, I'm worshipping you. I'm such a dedicated, surrendered, unflinching, unmotivated devotee. I'm a Nirguna Bhakta. I'm not Tamasic Bhakta. I'm not Rajasic Bhakta. I'm not Sattvic Bhakta. I'm Nirguna Bhakta. And this is what you are doing to me? You want me to die for them? Right? Sometimes you may have to sacrifice your comforts or your pleasures for someone who is not so devotionally advanced. Sometimes you want to serve, for example. If it is so and so Maharaj, I will serve. If it is sannyasi, I will serve. If it is senior devotee, I will serve. Some younger devotee is there, I will not serve. By serving them, I will not be advancing in my spiritual life. But Dadhichi Muni is serving whom? Mixed devotees he is serving. Vrtrasura is serving mixed devotees. Oftentimes, all the acharyas, when they are showing compassion, when they are extending themselves for seva, they are oftentimes catering to the needs of common people. Right? They are eager to serve pure devotees only. If they are allowed, they can just go and serve the gopis of Vrindavan and Vrajavas is there. But why are they serving the humanity, struggling humanity? That is out of compassion, as representatives of Krishna's compassion. So the Dadhichi Muni is not showing any reservation to extend himself or offer his bones for the welfare of the Devatas, who are actually way below his devotional standard. Dadhichi's stature as a devotee is here and Devatas are somewhere here. And Dadhichi is giving up his life for them. And that is service to the Lord. So we need to understand the Lord's plans. Only when we have that selfless spirit, only we are sufficiently mature in our bhakti, then we will be able to understand Krishna's hand behind all the unpleasant happenings of this material world. The situation may be very unpleasant, but there's a pleasant hand of the Lord. There is a personal plan. Krishna has personally planned for our spiritual upliftment. We will not see it as injustice. Very easy to complain, but very difficult to align with the Lord's plan. Pandavas had so many reasons to complain, but they always aligned with the will of the Lord. Sarathya parishada sevana sakhya dautya virasananugamanastavana pranaman snigdheshu pandushu jagat pranatim cha vishnor bhaktim karoti nrupatischarana ravinde. Krishna is playing so many roles like Sarathi, as a chariot driver or a watchman or a servant or a messenger for the Pandavas. Why? Snigdheshu pandushu jagat pranatim cha vishnor. Because Pandavas are very malleable by Krishna's will. Therefore, Krishna is acting as an instrument of their will, right? So, devotees never misunderstand Krishna. Devotees align with the Lord's will. Kunti Maharani is thanking Krishna. This morning we were discussing in the Sharanagati session. Pandavas had so many reasons to complain. Kunti Maharani had so many reasons to complain. So many reasons. Vishan Mahagneha Purushada Darshanat Asatsabhaya Vanavasa Krichrataha Mridhe Mridheneka Maharathastrato Draunyastrataschasma Hare Bhirakshita. Instead of saying that, Krishna, why did you allow my son Bhima to get poisoned? Instead of saying like that, Kunti Maharani says, thank you so much, you protected Bhima from poison. Right? Same situation you see from another angle. Krishna, in your personal presence on the planet, how can that poisoning attempt done towards my son Bhima? How can anyone attempt to disrobe my daughter-in-law Draupadi? How can anyone do that? She could have questioned Krishna like that, but she did not say like that. Thank you so much for protecting my daughter-in-law. She did not question, Krishna, what are you doing? We were stuck up in a fire accident. You should have avoided it. She did not say that. Thank you very much for protecting us from the fire accident. She's only seeing the positive side of the situation, not the negative side of the situation. Instead of complaining, Krishna, Krishna, not a blade of grass moves without your sanction. How can Duryodhan set fire to our residence? You have sanctioned it. Why did you sanction it? She did not question like that. She is saying, Vipadaha santutaha shasvat tatra tatra jagat guru. Let there be more and more calamities like that. Let my son be poisoned again. Let our house be set on fire again. Let us go for vanvas again. Let man-eating demons attack us again. Let our daughter-in-law Draupadi also be insulted again. Not that she likes calamities. Because all these calamities are giving her an opportunity to take darshan of Krishna. She's obsessed with that. Right? I want darshan of Krishna. To get darshan of Krishna, to get the merciful glances of Krishna, to taste Krishna's mercy, to taste Krishna's love and affection for all of us. If we have to undergo some difficulty, no problem, it's worth it. The Dhichi thought, if I can please Krishna by giving up my bones, by giving up my body, by giving up my life, I will happily do that. If I have an opportunity to give up my body 100 times, I will give up my body 100 times if it pleases the Lord. Right? The Vrtrasura also, he never thought, I was worshipping him and he's planning for my death. He made a big blueprint. And there is no mention that Lord Vishnu has sent a WhatsApp message to the Dhichi or Vrtrasura. Please, sorry, don't mind. I'm sending my devatas to kill you. Please don't mind. Don't misunderstand me. He never gave a clarification message or even announcement also. He just directly sent them, direct execution of the plan. No intimation. When we are not told, when there is no communication, official communication, no mail came to me. My inbox, I never got a mail. How can you take a decision without consulting me? Direct decision. Decision and implementation. Decision, delegation, implementation, everything happened. No discussion. And he just obeyed the plan. This is how the Lord, this is the epitome of surrender. We can see in the case of the Dhichi. Anyways, he gave his bones. And when they are taking away the bones of the Dhichi Muni went into trance. It's not that they have given him anesthesia. Right? So somebody is donating kidney or eyes or whatever, they give some anesthesia so that they don't feel the pain, right? Now the Dadichi Muni, his bones are being taken away, no anesthesia. Surgery without anesthesia. Did he feel any pain? No pain at all. Why? He's not bodily conscious. He was never conscious of the body. He was meditating on Lord Vishnu. Oh Lord, I am offering this body to you. I will meditate on you. That's all. No attachment to the body. You know what? Prabhupada gives a beautiful analogy in the fourth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, one of the purports. I think Purti Maharaj's episode. You say coconut, you take a coconut, when it is very wet, the pulp is very much attached to the shell. In South India, if you go and break a coconut in front of temple, that's a culture there. To take that coconut pulp from the shell, we have to put it on our teeth, we have to break it, we have to do so many things. Sometimes there's some bleeding on the hand also. In our childhood, we have seen all that. Because sometimes the coconut is very strongly attached to the shell, hard shell. But when the coconut becomes very dry, you can shake the coconut, the pulp is completely disconnected from the shell. A liberated soul is like this. This coconut pulp, when it is very wet, it is attached to the shell. When it is very dry, it is disconnected from the shell. Similarly, a materialistic soul is very much attached to the body. The soul is there inside the body, but attached to the body. But a liberated soul is there inside the body, but totally unattached to the body. And that attachment is not through nerves and bones and this and that. The attachment is through consciousness. How does a soul get attached to the body? Through consciousness. Consciousness is the link, right? Because of the soul's presence, body is conscious. But when the consciousness is completely withdrawn from all the limbs of the body, and the consciousness is completely focusing on Krishna, and the devotee is not bodily conscious at all, whatever happens to the body, it doesn't matter only to the soul. So the Dadichi Muni did not even realize the pain. No anesthesia, no injection, no intimation. Directly they came, took away the bones, and Dadichi Muni went back to Godhead. So this is the glorious departure of Dadichi Muni. Tomorrow we'll discuss the glorious departure of Vrtrasura along with his beautiful prayers. Sorry for an extended session if it is too late for you. I'll conclude here. Thank you very much. Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
I think that class deserves another round of applause. It's so wonderful. So I'm just going to come over there. Next time my left hand feels a little weak, I will know why. I've always wondered why my left hand feels so weak. I never thought of it that way. So thank you for sharing that, Prabhu. So again, thank you so much, Garunga Darshan Prabhu, for such an absolutely wonderful class. In the beginning of the class, we did not give an introduction to Garunga Darshan Prabhu. Most of you know him. Garunga Darshan Prabhu is a disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj and based out of Govardhan Eco Village, which is in Vada, a couple of hours away from Mumbai. Prabhu is a phenomenal author. How many of you have at least one of his books? Oh, there are devotees here who don't have his books. Wonderful. We have an entire collection of Prabhu's books. So we'll do another pop quiz. How many of you used his Subodhanis as a reference for your Bhakti Shastri or Bhakti Vaibhava? Yes. Those of you who haven't, that means you've not done your Bhakti Shastri or Bhakti Vaibhava, or like me, feel like I should do my Bhakti Shastri again because the books are so good. We are so grateful that you have devotees like Garunga Darshan Prabhu who spend hours and days and months and years of their life creating knowledge for us to make Krishna consciousness more accessible for us. So Prabhu was sharing with us today that how, the Subodhani books especially, not only were they written by Prabhu, Prabhu also did the layout for those and everything. He spent so much time on that. So thank you so much for that, Prabhu. And we're at the 10th canto, second volume, right? Right now, second volume is out there. So, we have so many, we don't have all of those available. We have some Subodhanis available. Prabhu also has written the Bhagavatam Tales, which are wonderful books for children and for adults, talking about how Srimad Bhagavatam can be applied in our daily life. If you do not have Bhagavatam Tales, please do take them. We also have Gita Wisdom, which is similarly pastimes from Bhagavad Gita, how to apply that into your daily life. And then Prabhu also has some new books that we just got. Ryan, do you mind getting those books for me? We have Shikshashtakam, Prabhu today quoted Shikshashtakam a few times in the class. We have a beautiful collection of importance of Shikshashtakam. Then there is Revelations from the Bhagavad Gita. Is that book there too? Yes. So Revelations from the Bhagavad Gita. And I think we have one more book, right? Which one? This one. Okay, we have Srimad Bhagavatam Tales workbook. So we have wonderful books. Please take your opportunity to get some books today. And I don't know if Prabhu will be available for book signing today or should we do the signing tomorrow. What do you prefer, Prabhu? Whatever you prefer, Prabhuji. Okay, so maybe for another 15-20 minutes or so, Prabhu will be here. So please purchase your books today. We cannot guarantee if they will stay in stock for tomorrow. So please purchase them today. And Garunga Darshan Prabhu is also the Dean of Bhakti Vidyapeeth, based again in Eco Village, helping to propagate teachings like this and making it relevant for us. So for just that singular service of making our Shastras accessible for us and every generation that comes after us, let us loudly chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra to express our gratitude to Garunga Darshan Prabhu for that. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So a few logistics about tomorrow. So tomorrow we have a Bhagavatam class by His Grace Garunga Darshan Prabhu, and as he mentioned, it will be continuation of today's class, and it will be the prayers that were recited by Vrtrasura. It'll be taking place in 1120 Native Garden Cove. The address was already sent on WhatsApp, so please do join us. It's about less than 10 minutes from here. After Bhagavatam class, tomorrow evening, we'll be having a special session for youth, which is from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Youth is defined as 13 to 25. It is if you feel like you're a 13 to 25-year-old within your heart, you're welcome to join as well. So this is going to take place in Prabhu's. The topic for that is chariot talks, talking from Bhagavad Gita, how to apply Bhagavad Gita in your practical life for the youth. And that will be followed by a session from 6:30 to 8:30 tomorrow on how to apply Vedic teachings to improve our family life, how together as a family we can keep Shastra in the middle. So tomorrow, the final day of programs with Garunga Darshan Prabhu, please join in and soak in the nectar tomorrow. And then now we have prasadam that is going to be served outside. Thank you, Prabhu. Yes, and then tomorrow's program will take place in the temple hall, not here in the hall tomorrow. Again, thank you, devotees, so much for coming today. Tomorrow's program, the youth Bhagavatam class, starts at 7:30 in the morning. We humbly request all of you to please be there on time so we can maximize the time in listening to Shastra. Youth Sangha is at 5:30, and then 6:30 p.m. the evening program starts. Again, thank you so much to everyone for coming. We'll chant Prasadam Press. Mahaprasade Govinde Namo Brahmane Vaishnave Swalpa Punyavatam Rajan Vishwaso Naiva Jayate Sharira Vidyaja Chotendriya Tahekal Jive Phale Vishaya Sagare Karamati Jivati Lobhomai Sudurmati Take Jethaka Tina Samsare Krishna Bada Doyomoy Kori Bare Jivajai Swaprasadana Dilo Bhai Sayana Vrita Krishna Gunaga Premeta Koshri Chaitanya Nitai Jani Mai Jani Tai Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Kadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare